Take a look at what could have been these commuters' final moments. That fireball, shocking, but not fatal. And here you can see it from the platform. As the 93 passengers ran, one photographed the flames burning in a supermarket bag. Inside and intact are 400 grams of explosives, and packed around it 2 kilos of nails, screws and knives. Its maker, who'd just tried to commit mass murder, had got off at the previous stop.
If it had detonated properly, I'm in no doubt that we would be dealing with mass casualties and mass fatalities on that particular underground train on that day.
18-year-old Ahmed Hassan was a star student at home in Iraq. 2 years after arriving in the UK, he began to use that intelligence to secretly build a bomb. With the Amazon voucher he won at school, he bought litres of chemicals. He bought drill bits and screws, box by box. The back of his bedroom door in his foster home might have said he was bored, but the jury agreed he was filled with anger and hate for the UK. He claimed in court that the part detonation was exactly his plan, that he wanted attention but didn't really want to seriously hurt anyone. For one man caught in the explosion, that never added up.
If you're only trying to scare or you're trying to create a statement, don't put shrapnel in it, because if it does go off, people are going to die. So I find that a little alarming, particularly when you saw the device and the size and the scale of the device.
So why was this teenager, who'd already told Home Office officials he'd been trained to kill by ISIS, allowed to try and kill in Britain?
You're looking at a large pool of people. Intelligence is never a perfect story. You always get a fragmentary picture. And so within that fragmentary picture, in retrospect, you can understand very clearly exactly what you should have known and what you should have reacted on. But at the time, it's not always as clear.
In those panicked moments after the explosion, it wasn't clear what had happened on that train, but the whole station, as one, tried to move from the platforms down the stairs and out through that door. Some people had burns, others were injured in the stampede. As the investigation began, Ahmed Hassan started to cover his tracks. On a bus, he removed and hid his phone's memory card. Then on a train out of London, he changed his clothes. Finally, in Dover, the town he'd first seen 2 years before as a stowaway in a lorry, Ahmed Hassan was arrested. The evidence showed the bomb he made was viable. If it had detonated properly, it was lethal. Hassan said he was just a fantasist, but the jury found he was, but for a stroke of luck, a murderer.